Hi and welcome back. Bluejet posted its results a couple of days back and the stock has been locked in lower circuit since. Let's analyze the results to understand what could have caused such a change in investor sentiment. The company posted robust revenue growth of 4.2% quarter on quarter. However, the gross margins were down 6.5%, which brought down EBITDA by 13.6% and PAT by 14.3%. If you look at the results on a year-on-year basis, gross margins are down 6.3% and the revenue is up 118%. EBITDA and PAT has also appreciated significantly. Now, if you look at the segment-wise revenue on a quarter-on-quarter basis, the revenue from contrast media segment is down 3.9%. However, the artificial segment is up 17% and the pharma intermediate segment is up by 8%. If you look at the segment-wise revenues year over year, the revenue from contrast media segment is up 50% year over year. The sales from high-intensity sweetener segment is flat, and the pharma intermediate segment grew by 251% year over year. The reduction in gross margins were not expected by the investor community. The company, in its con call, explained the reasons for the reduction in gross margins and tried to allay any investor concern. The management explained that the reduction in gross margins was due to inventory reduction, leading to almost 400 bips reduction in margins due to overheads in inventory getting released into profit and loss. The inventory was reduced by 70 crores in this quarter versus a 10 crore increase last quarter. If you consider the whole last year, the inventory did increase by 79 crores. As bulk of sales increase last year was pharma intermediates, the inventory change could have been for the pharma intermediate segment. Even though the company mentioned inventory overheads as the primary reason for the reduction in margins, it could be due to lower production this quarter, which can be easily calculated roughly by reducing inventory from API segment sales for this quarter and adding change in inventory to last quarter sales, which clearly shows that the production was lower than the previous quarter. Also, the company in its con call mentioned that the capacity utilization for this quarter for the API segment was 60% versus 60 to 65% mentioned in the last quarter con call, clearly indicating lower production. Now, the thing to be answered is why are they reducing the inventory? The management answered this by saying it manufactures products based on customers' orders and dispatch schedule, which should mean that the company is anticipating lower sales in the next quarter. The management also mentioned robust growth and strong customer demand visibility for the cardiovascular intermediate and expects additional launches in H2. This should mean the company is expecting more sales in second half of this year and maybe muted sales in quarter 2. Esperion is expecting milestone payments from Otsuka in quarter 4 following the approval in Japan. USA use calendar year instead of March to April financial year. So the Japan launch should coincide with the H2 mentioned by Bluejet. There are additional launches planned in Canada and Australia as well. We may see inventory build-up happening again then. Meanwhile, the ramp-up in sales in US and Europe should help Bluejet sales as well. The company also mentioned that the CDMO business should not be looked at on a smaller period like on a quarterly basis. This could have spooked many investors who have been seeing strong sequential quarter-on-quarter growth for the past many quarters and expected the same to happen this time as well. There was a lot of optimism in this quarter results with stock almost gaining 20% in the last 15 days leading up to the results. This doesn't mean that the results were bad. In fact, the company posted robust quarter-on-quarter growth. The key molecule of the company seems to be doing exceptionally well as per Esperion's commentary. Esperion Therapeutics will be posting its result on August 7th. The prescription trend will be something I will track. It is important to understand that the takeoff of the product from Bluejet can be lumpy and we may not see linear sequential growth. The company presented a very rosy picture for the contrast media segment. The iodinated ABHCl could increase realization for the contrast media segment. Please note that this is not a buy or sell advice. We have covered the molecules in detail in our previous analysis. Do let us know what you think about the results in the comment section.